And we begin in Liberia, where the polls opened as scheduled despite violence the day before that killed at least one opposition protester during a clash with Riot police.
Former Justice Minister Winston Tubman urges his supporters to boycott the runoff presidential election against the incumbent Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Our West Africa correspondent Scott Stearns reports.
Members of the opposition Congress for Democratic Change Party clashed with Liberian Riot police outside party headquarters as supporters demonstrated against today's poll. Liberia's emergency response unit stormed the party compound, firing tear gas and running battles with stone-throwing opponents of President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. At least one person was killed in the fighting, which shut down this Monrovia suburb as Riot police arrested dozens of civilians. But when those government forces tried again to enter the party compound, they were stopped by United Nations peacekeepers, who secured the area and took up defensive positions against Liberian Riot police. The mostly Nigerian and Malawian peacekeepers successfully diffused the situation, keeping their calm in the face of both shouting civilians and pushing Riot police as a UN helicopter circled overhead. The party's candidate, former Justice Minister Winston Tubman, wants voters to boycott today's poll because he says Electoral Commission officials committed vote fraud in the first round, including stuffing ballot boxes and changing vote totals.
Calling it massive fraud may be an exaggerated way of talking, but we feel that what happened did not properly reflect the protection of our interests, and we would like to see those interests respected.
He says party supporters will not recognize President Sirleaf's re-election, a move made certain by their boycott.
We represent a huge bulk of our people, many of them young, people who have been dispossessed, deprived, people whose lives have not changed. In fact, because of the war, their lives have got worse. We want to be able to take care of their interests.
President Sirleaf says Mr. Tubman's boycott is unconstitutional because it calls on Liberians to give up their right to vote. She says today's election is being held in accordance with the law and will move the country forward. Scott Stearns, VOA News, Monrovia.